next winner. So yeah, that went pretty well. Never just need to find a way to kill time before VA panel for today, which includes Emmett and Brianna. Sky and Vapor. Then shortly after that, there are autos and pictures. Jesus, hate when things are trying to come to an end. Well, hopefully it's no, but hopefully this isn't the only. Hopefully this is the only time this is happening. But yeah, so far the weekend's been pretty good. I guess there is one upside to not getting to finalize.
Worked in TV, Rona, and of course you worked as an animator. So what branched you off into voice acting? What was the thing that kind of made you go to that, or did you try? Was it just an incidental thing, or?
Oh, me? Oh, okay. Yeah. I've been talking.
Okay, I'll go.
Actually, what I want
I had done it as a kid, just the nature of the industry when you're a kid and you've done some work and you're sort of half decent and a bit professional, everyone wants to work with you. So the work breeds itself when you're younger because the competition is far less. So I'd done a lot of commercials as a kid and I'd always wanted to get into animation just as a fan of animation. It always seemed like fun, it seemed like something that I could do, but there's very few original cartoons that get recorded in Australia. So it was something that I really only pursued when I moved here 7 years ago. I took a class with Lee Tokar, who I'm sure you guys have
We all know Lee, right?
Yeah!
Extremely talented voice actor and teacher and mentor. And that was when I realized, oh wow, this is really kind of its own beast. Just because I've already done years and years of on-camera acting didn't really mean anything. It helped, of course, but voice acting, particularly for animation, is very sort of specific and stylized and technical. So yeah, taking that class really sparked my interest, and I realized, oh, maybe I could be good at this. And yeah, it just took a long time to actually break in. My personality is probably more actually closer to skies than vapors in terms of I'm like pretty confident, maybe too confident sometimes. So I think I took that one class and was like, cool, ready to go. Hire me, everyone. And surprisingly, that is not what happened. Who would have thought? But
you have to have that confidence though going into it, right? Because you have to know you can do it.
You have to have a thick skin because the life of an actor is basically a long string of rejection pierced with small victories.
And going in with some naivety, I think, is helpful too, because you, as soon as you start realizing like how thick the industry is, kind of thing. And voiceover specifically is pretty tricky, is because it's very niche in that. This is because working as an animator, I listen to Lee and those guys. I listen to the same voices for tons and tons of different, because I worked on George of the Jungle, I worked on Atomic Betty, I worked on Took, I worked on tons of different panel puppets. And because these people, you never see their faces, they can do, and they have a wide range of characters that they just get hired to do everything. So
Yeah.
and you don't see them age either. So they can clear age range as long as they can keep it up with their voice. Then they're locked in forever. And so
and
it's-
that's definitely appealing as an actor
Yeah.
about what, like, you're never too tall or too short or too fat or too skinny. Like, it's just about your
Yeah.
performance, which is really liberating. And it's also a great chance to play and use your imagination. You know, a lot of on-camera stuff tends to be drama, and it's all about doing less and containing and letting the performance kind of shine through your eyes. And animation is the total opposite of that. And you get to be big and crazy and weird, and it's just really fun.
And it's great because, and again, from my animation side of things, is the more nuanced and big and eclectic the voices, it's really like each line of dialogue is like a little piece of music in a way, and it gives so much effort, or gives so much, provides so much for the animator because they can hear all the ups and downs and the rhythm and stuff like that. So
Context.
context,
Yeah.
and so it's as soon as the voice is good, it just opens up the creative floodgates for whoever's storyboarding it, and whoever's designing the character, because they hear the voice, and then animators after that can really make it. So it's from the foundation of great voice. That's why it's super exciting.
I
So
know.
how did you get to do a voice, though, after being a storyboard artist? It was just like, we need a
That's a
jerk.
question that you
We
wanted
just
to
need a
ask,
jerk
right?
voice, and we'll get Emmett. Is that what?
Yeah.
That's where I was going with it. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. How'd you get to be
A
on
big
there?
jerk? Yeah. Wow. So when I was going to animation school, instead of like doing animation exercises for dialogue, instead of taking some audio clip, I would like to do my own. And of course, I grew up watching cartoons, and I was always practicing doing my own Optimus Prime stuff, and all, you know, and character doing all those goofy characters, and so it was just so much fun providing my own voice for the things I was animating. And through the comedy community, interestingly enough, so I was storyboarding on My Little Pony, and I was doing comedy, and Ashley Ball, who does Rainbow Dash and Applejack, and does the main character in Little Pet Shop, and she does tons of. She's actually a big comedy fan, so she'd come to see a lot of shows that I was involved with, and I got to chatting with her, saying like, "Oh, I'm storyboarding and doing the voice and stuff," and then I thought, "Oh, maybe I'll try out a demo reel." So I made up my own little demo reel, and I nagged Ashley and said, "Hey, can you put the good word on your?" Yeah. And so she snuck in the demo reel to her agent, and then and also Peter New gave me some pointers as I was editing it, saying which voices to keep in, which I've known Peter for a long time as well, and eventually landed myself an agent, same agency as Ashley Ball, and it's great doing, because I can still work. I was still working as an animator and storyboard artist, and now doing this game stuff. But what's also great about doing voice is that you audition a lot from home.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to leave and go to tons of different studios to go do on-camera auditions. You just record an MP3 and send
Yeah,
it to
I
your
spend a
agent
lot of
for
time in my closet under the stairs.
Yeah, I know.
I know Kelly Sheridan actually auditioned for Starlight Glimmer from her iPhone in the airport washroom.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's a legit story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's your recording studio is anywhere you need to be, which is great. So
Yeah, and I got some because I got music equipment at home, so I've got a half decent little microphone set up, so I can make something sound
So
reasonable.
So you actually went through the process like anyone would to get audition.
Yeah,
it wasn't
I mean,
like a sneak in, like, oh hey, you know you do good voices. Why don't we get you downstairs, Emmett? It was nothing like that. Or
No,
I guess it'd be
except
upstairs.
I mean, Jim Miller's a good friend of mine, who's the creative director of Pony for the past several seasons. He was a storyboard supervisor, and so he actually taught me a lot about storyboarding to start with, and then he went and took over Jason and stuff like that. So I think I bet you he might have put in a good word in terms of when I got Sky Stinger. I think he's like, I like the sound of this guy. That's a friend of mine. So.
No, but I mean, you clearly have a talent.
But
That's
also,
not,
but
not
I
a
did
problem.
go through, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing it properly. In that, I did a proper demo reel, and I did have to sit down with the agents and show them various different skills and things like that, and
And union and everything.
yeah, I went all the main routes, but it was just nice having, it's just interesting that the community from different departments all kind of closed in together, and that through comedy I met Ashley, and then through animation I knew Jim, and then and Peter knew I've known through other actors, and so just through talking up, we all were helping each other, so.
It's amazing how interconnected Vancouver is.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, it just goes to show, guys, do what you love doing, and you'll end up getting the things you really love in the end.
Especially, Vancouver's great for a lot of DIY stuff, like you did with this convention, like is starting your own projects kind of thing, and that's where a lot of the comedy community in Vancouver is great that way, in that we've made a lot of our own venues and our own styles of shows, and it's created a really fun collective so that the audience and the performers are kind of all in the same world together, and it helps kind of build the industry from the ground up, and then you end up knowing tons of people.
And it attracts talented people like Rona here.
Yeah, because
you
fly 17 hours on a plane.
Yeah, I watched like 20 movies on the plane. My eyes still hurt. I was gonna wear my contacts and then I couldn't put them in. My eyes were too dry. It's terrible.
Wow. Well, that's great. So, okay, this is both of you.
As you take that first step on the path that's all your own, you see it all so clearly. The best way to survive is all alone.
Yeah. I'm still standing. Am I, or am I dreaming? I'm not entirely sure.
What movies would you recommend to watch on the back of a chair?
Oh,
From being
yeah.
on an airplane for
I watched almost the entire season of Sharp Objects. That was pretty incredible. I mean, because I flew over and back in the last month, I've watched like 12 movies. I watched, yeah, all of them. I can't recall right now because my brain has stopped working. Yeah, the wheels are still turning, but the hamster is dead. Just flop. Oh yeah, this has been awesome. Yeah, my first con experience, and couldn't have been better. So thank you guys for being so awesome and making two little Pegasi. Is that the plural?
Yeah, that's right.
Pegasi.
Yeah.
Feel special.
It's like we're officially Wonderbolts now, thanks to you guys. Honestly, there was never a doubt in my mind I could do it. I mean, I am Sky Stinger. It was inevitable.
Shut up, Sky.
Oh,
Taking all the limelight.
Thank you, guys. Round of applause once again for Yeah, it's always great having some great people. That's the magic of Vancouver, isn't it? It's everyone's from the area, and we can pull from some amazing talent to get some really cool people here. We've had some great stuff to enjoy this weekend. Did anyone go to the costume contest today? Yeah, awesome. So we had our winner on the costume contest, and this is where I look like an ass because I didn't properly prepare for this. But I know that is that you in the back? Yes. Why don't you come on up and show us your costume, the winning costume from our costume contest. And I'll let you tell me your name because I have it, but it's buried in my phone somewhere. But
Look on this word I was talking to you all that too.
yes, I know you were. I'm sorry. All right, and what's your name?
I am Heavy Weapons Guy.
Heavy Weapons Guy. And Heavy Weapons Guy won a complimentary membership to next year's convention for your costume. So congratulations. You didn't even know that, did you? But you did. So congratulations. Thank you very much for coming out. And once again, if you guys feel like doing costume stuff in the future, we will always have a costume contest. So by all means, put some stuff together. You could be the winner. Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm gonna eat that. All right, thanks, man. Round of applause one more time. We also had a winner to our Equestrian Idol, if I'm saying that right, or Equestria Voice, sorry. Equestria Voice Finals. And I don't know if she's here. Are you here, Suki? No, she's not. Okay, well, round of applause for Suki, our winner for that. She did a great job. Yeah, that's really good. She also is winning a complimentary membership for next year. Oh, by the way.
By the way.
By the way.
Well, one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing on that one. So, how many people do you think came here today? Or over the weekend?
I was about to say, today, that's a different number.
I heard, okay, so just to be clear.
420.
420. How appropriate would that be? So when we planned this convention, the goal was to sort of budget it low and make sure that, you know, if 160 people showed up, we'd actually be able to not go bankrupt. Well, we had a lot more than that.
I'm not up on the total. I have a guesstimate, but I'm
Alright.
not up on the total.
Okay, I heard a couple estimates on there. Someone said 250,
400.
400, that's not a
600.
375.
Maybe my guess is 370.
450.
Ladies and gentlemen,
250.
our convention, this tiny little con that everyone said you couldn't start a pony con from scratch and get anyone to come out, 374 people. So that's an applause for yourself. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support of the fandom, support of our event, and everything that went on this weekend. That is really a tribute to you guys. So thank you. We hope that you had a great time. This is only for you. I mean, we certainly, it's a lot of work to do this event. And on that subject, I would like every single staff member in the room to please stand up for a moment. Please stand up out of your seats. I'd like everyone to look around and give a big round of applause for all the people you see for bringing this event to you this weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
There are so many people I could thank. Honestly, I couldn't even start. There are so many people that made this happen. 4 months is not a lot of time to pull off a con. And I mean, even the people that stepped in last minute to help us, just, you know, hey, sure, I'll come and help you. I can see you've got something, you know. We know there were holes. We get it. We thank for all the feedback in our feedback panels. We will make it better next time. And that's the next thing I'm going to bring up. With those numbers, we gotta have another one, don't we?
Yeah!
Yes!
So once again, for those of us, I'm sure it's none of you, but all the people outside of this room that didn't believe in this event, I like to snub my nose at you. We made this work. So thank you once again to the BCAA board. They are actually the people who run this event. I'm just the lowly chairman that works for them, but they have told me yes, they would be interested in pursuing an event next year. We do have dates locked in, and assuming our contract negotiations go well, and again, I have to clarify that the contract isn't signed, but assuming the contract gets signed, our dates next year. Oh, okay, we're not supposed to announce dates.
Not until we have something
Oh,
concrete.
Tom's telling me not to as my vice chair.
It's called continuation of cover your... I made that sentence.
Tom, I love you. I'm overruling you. The contract is locked in enough that we can say it's going to be the same weekend next year, assuming our contract gets signed. So that is what we're saying. So that's what I'm saying to you guys. If you want to try and book time off in advance, that at least will give you some idea of where the range will be. It'll definitely not be in February. It will definitely not be in December. So with that said, that there's a chance it might move around. Chances are not. That is going to be the date if we have our say in it. That said, we still have a contract to negotiate. If you guys are interested in coming out to next year, we are going to be opening pre-reg. So
Pre-reg. So, for those of you interested, you will get a one-time fire sale of a deal tonight If you head to our registration desks between the hours of the time this closes and 7 p.m., you may register for next year's event for $35. That is the same as our Door Crasher this year. I can guarantee you that Door Crasher next year will not be, well, I won't guarantee, but there's a good likelihood it won't be $35.
Yes. If you want the best value going, that's the best way to go. Of course, you also have the option to upgrade, and there are some amazing upgrade sponsors and patrons and alicorns in this audience. Once again, we can only do this thanks to your support. I'm looking at a couple of them here in the front row, so thank you very much to all of you for your financial support to let us do this event. A round of applause for our patrons and alicorns, everybody. Thank you once again. Putting your hard-earned money, and I mean all of you, for putting your hard-earned money forward, but yes, we just really appreciate it. Everybody, that really is, oh, I'm sorry, yes, I knew I was missing something.
I
Okay,
can't believe you forgot about me. I was just up here.
this is Requiem, our charity lead, everybody, so she has some very fun numbers to tell us.
Yes, so first of all, thank you to everybody who not only donated, but got the word spread out very quickly through the con that we were having a mini charity auction. It was very much appreciated. To everybody that donated and did fabulous things. It is all thanks to you that we raised $735 for Saints. I have to say, that's not too shabby. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you.
I didn't want it.
Why are you hiding? Poutine, who are you kidding here?
Hey! That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I've never met that pony before in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our princess running away out of the audience. For those who didn't see Poutine, she's been, I think, I've seen her a few different places around the con this weekend. I don't know who else spotted her, but she's been around kids' events. Yeah, she's probably going to be a little bit more of an integral role next year. So,
I think a lot of things are going to be a lot more integral roles next year.
I think that's fair to say. Well, once again, we had fun. I know I certainly had fun bringing this to you.
You went the wrong way. If you're trying to escape, you found us. Hold on, let's fix something.
We love you, Poutine!
And I'll see you all next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be the man to say I am Affinity, the chairman of Vanhoover 2019. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you next year. Thank you very much.
But yes,
No, but those things are bricks. Yeah. Keep them forever. I'm just gonna walk up to my car.
the successful first season of Vanhoover Pony Expo comes to a close. And you heard right. It's definitely happening again next year. Took advantage of the a low price per reg offer. Let's have rest at home. But yeah, it's smaller, but there's no disappointment. Great events. good choices of guests, and that was a bonus. Winning the that was a bonus. Getting a place on the cosplay contest when I getting a place in the cosplay contest though. After seeing the competition, I kind of expected that. Well, sort of. Anyway. I guess we'll see you in a couple months, or actually May. Forever free.